Guys, it's that time. Hot Pudge Sunday, one-on-one live with your host, Pudge Fernandez. Hey guys, happy to be here. It was a beautiful day today. Shout out to all the mothers. Shout out to all the mothers today, celebrating Mother's Day. God bless you guys. God bless you guys. Unfortunately, my wife has to work today, and the kids are running around. So we had our Mother's Day last night. We had a good time. Mother-in-law, sister-in-law, the kids. So it was pretty good. So yeah, today's been an interesting day. First off, let me thank everybody for following me this afternoon. As you guys know, every Sunday, 1 o'clock, Hot Pudge Sunday, Facebook Live from a different location all over New York City. So today I was in Gantry State Park, where the big Pepsi Cola sign is, along the East River. Thank you for everybody who watched the Mother's Day special. I know it was a little awkward, and you know, just I had to get a lot off my chest. So thank you so much for watching. It was definitely one of the most interesting, personal Hot Pudge Sunday Facebook Lives I ever had. So, hey, maybe we'll have some more. Who knows? Wait till Father's Day. All right, so thank you, everybody. Remember, every Sunday, 1 o'clock, Hot Pudge Sunday Facebook Live. Different location in New York City. Also, thank you, everybody who's following me on Facebook and Instagram with my videos. I have my series, 6 Feet, 6 Questions, Corona Style. All right, I got my brand new series every week. Releasing at least 2 videos of interviews with interesting people, comedians, everyday people all over New York City. And we're doing the Corona style, 6 feet, 6 questions. And that's been a lot of fun. I got some cool clips. I released 2 videos this week. I'm going to release 2 more next week. So thank you for following. And hey, we just stay tuned. There's going to be more videos. Thank you for everyone who's been following me on Instagram Live every Sunday. This is my 3rd episode, right? I think the first one was Nico White. Second one was Barry Ribs, both comedians. And tonight, I've got the world famous Pete Burdette is on. So I can't wait. He's on standby. I got him. I'm going to jump on him in a second. Just wanted to give a big shout out and thanks to everybody who's been following and watching the Facebook Live, the Instagram Live, one-on-one interviews, the 6 feet, 6 questions, clips that I'm putting up on my Facebook and Instagram. And last but not least, if you missed anything, or just want to look into maybe some old footage or some stand-up comedy, I have my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is up. It's official. Hot Pudge Sunday on YouTube. You'll see it. It's brand new. It's only a couple of weeks old, so it's still under construction, but I got a lot of stuff there. I got some stand-up. I got all the 6 feet, 6 questions. I got the Hot Pudge Sunday Facebook Live. I'm going to have the Instagram one-on-one live, so Hot Pudge Sunday is my channel on YouTube, so definitely check it out. All right, guys, without further ado, I want to bring up our guest for this evening. You've known him. You've seen him. He's worldwide. He just sent me his request. And only Pete Burdette. Holy shit. Pete, come in, Pete. Pete.
Oh my God. What a crowd. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hey, where are you from? Okay, great. Oh, hey, Pudge. How you doing? I just
What's
want
up?
to Hold on. I got to explain. I spoke with John Lester last night, and he was saying that Noam, the owner for the Comedy Cellar, says that this is probably where comedy's going. You're going to have to do it, you know, with your mask on. Everybody's going to have a mask.
Get the fuck out.
I think I'm getting used to it. That's what he said. So, take that off. I just wanted to make a little entrance there. How are you doing, sir?
Hey, listen, great, man. Excited to have you on my show. Thank you for coming. We have a lot to talk about. Everybody's excited to have you. Everybody's chiming in. They want to hear about Pete's one-night stand with Debbie Gibson. They want to hear about your worldwide travels, taking over McDougal Street. But first things first, Pete, it's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to you and your mom. How'd you guys spend your day?
Well, thank you. Yeah, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, and to your wife and everybody. Yeah, had a little bite to eat earlier today, and I mean, there's not a lot can do. I'm just fixing the lighting here while I'm talking, so don't mind me. I got my mom a nice car, a little something extra, and so I mean, it's a weird time to be having Mother's Day because my mother, I disrespect, I mean, she's a little bit older, and
a little bit,
trying to keep her safe and healthy at this time, and I'm really making a joke here, Pudge. I never, in 100 years, none of us did. I thought, in later years with my mother, that I'd be facing like an end of the world type scenario. I don't want to start off the show like boom with the heavy stuff, but
no, it's crazy. I mean, it's everything has been Corona. It's everything, and like I've always said, it's like one of my go-to lines. Corona's in charge. Corona's in charge.
It's true. Yeah.
And it's nuts because today, I mean, just imagine. I mean, today is like the day for the breakfasts, the brunches, the dinners. You know what I'm saying? Taking them. Can you imagine? The dining industry, the restaurant industry, how many billions of dollars they lost? I mean, New York City. I mean, on the normal says I'd be working. I'd be looking forward to work Ubering because it'd be so much traffic. Everyone taking their mothers out. It would have been a great day.
Yeah, it's a shame. I mean, it really is. I mean, I guess some parts of the country they did get to do that. But we were lucky. I just a second. Is the lighting okay? I look like dark on your screen. On the screen, is okay?
You're fine, yeah.
Okay. For people tuning in case you wondering what's up with the microphone and the shirt, I gotta stay on brand, folks.
Yeah, that is your brand. That is your absolute brand. I mean, I just recently, we know, for those of you guys are gonna see it. I filmed something with Pete in his backyard, the 6 feet 6 questions, and when I got to his house, he didn't have the Hawaiian shirt on, and I let him know, dude, that is your brand. It's like, how can you not be, when you're out in public, when people are watching you, you cannot not have that shirt on.
Yeah, well, thank you for that. Yeah, you're right. If I'm going to be Comedy Pete, then I better do it right. Again, sorry for that. I'm like obsessed with the lighting here.
How much better looking do you want to be?
No, that's a thing. I want to like hide the lighting is not my friend. That's not the reason why.
The imperfections. You have imperfections.
What? Me? Never.
So Pete, I'm happy to have you. I mean, as a comedian, I know who you are. I mean, I think I was there from the beginning with you, literally the beginning when you walked into Broadway Comedy Club and I met you for the first time when you were still like a civilian.
Yeah, I hadn't done an open mic yet. Wow.
Yeah, so yeah, I think I was the first one kind of did I like break or like bring you in a little bit? Like I don't know, you were still a civilian, right? Yeah, you walked in, you were just seeing the show.
I was with my friend Andrea. I forgot if somebody gave her like a coupon or a discount for Broadway. And she took us. Yeah, you were working the stand there, the one thing, and the concession, you gave us some advice. And wow, that's right. Yeah, I didn't realize how, because I already think that you were significant with the. I know you could probably even get to that with the during this open mic.
Literally
a bunch of
the door,
like guys, trying to find their way, and then you're like the big shot who shows up, with great material. Not being a wise guy. You're like, I don't say big shot. It sounds like I'm being a jerk. I meant like a veteran. Seasons. Season. Okay. I couldn't remember that season because whenever I call someone veteran, I wonder if I'm insulting them. Like, season.
It's nice, but I think I don't know. Everyone has their own depiction of what a season and what a definitely season. Veteran, in a lot of ways, yes, and not all completely, but yes, in a lot of ways. And yes, I remember you walking in, and you were just this chipper, go-lucky, happy guy with his eyes, and and you said, "Hey, I want to be a comedian," and I totally, as soon as you said that, I was like, "Oh yeah, this is what you got to do," and you did it. Everything I pretty much told you, you basically did it. So congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm like such a loser for forgetting how didn't know who you were to watching my little comedy venture here.
Well, you've had so much going on. I mean, that was like practically day one, and you've had a lot going on. I mean, since then, you're the Prince of McDougal Street. Everyone knows who you are. You, because of what you were doing, with the barking, selling the tickets, you got interviewed by the the New York Times.
New York Times, yeah.
Yeah. So, geez, how did that come about? How did the New York Times come about?
Well, I mean, again, you obviously you know this, but you got me to McDougal Street. That's like 100% because
I connected you. I let them know you're a friend of mine.
Yeah,
like the mom. You ever see Donnie Brasco? You ever see Donnie Brasco? You're a friend of mine. I vouched for you.
You did. Thank you. And so I started working for Greenwich Village Comedy Club, which you were associated with at that time. And, I mean, I was working for a few years before I the first year or two that I was doing it, I wasn't even, I didn't even have the whole shtick. I was just wearing like Led Zeppelin t-shirts, Yankee caps and stuff like that when I was walking. And then I just went all in on going for that old school kind of like comedy club comic, like I don't know if you want to say 70s, 80s style or whatever you want to call that.
Classic.
I like that. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Classic style comedian. And then, when I was out on the street on McDougal in the nice weather, I would wear the Hawaiian shirts, like a whole bunch of them. And I developed, like I said, Pudge, this didn't happen overnight. I mean, I did not sell that great at first. I mean, I really took me a long time to find the rhythm because, I'm not, even though I do comedy, I'm not like, like the most outgoing, funny guy. Like if I'm hanging out at the bar or the party, I'm not the guy who's cracking everybody up, and you know that. But so I do my shtick on stage, but out on the street, it took me a while to, I don't want to say I was intimidated by people, but it was something different. All these strangers walking in, hey, comedy show, no thanks. And sometimes people will be a jerk, it's like a frat boy, suck my dick, and then, I'm like, really?
They asked you to suck their dick? They asked you to suck?
One guy said, I mean, he was like a douchey white.
They didn't make an offer. Was there money on the table at least?
Yeah. I know, I should have had a funny retort here, like, hey, you see my show, maybe, no.
$50.
Yeah, $50, yeah. But, so I developed a little more animated marking. I mean, as it said in the article, I kind of, I was reading about, it's just not weird, but, I like the old time comedians, movie comedians like Jerry Lewis, Danny Kaye. That's not the weird part, they're legends. But I was reading about Danny Kaye and how he was a tumla in the Catskills, as you know, was Walker
back in the day.
And he was just So I don't know. That's something clicked with me. I even said that I put that in the article. And you mentioned Danny Kaye. I somehow started becoming a little more funny. And I mean, I don't sing and dance. So I guess I sing. I'll sing like an old favorite rock song to myself. Anyway, there was a reporter from the Times named Alex Stroud, a nice young man. He's like he's with the Times now. The time that he saw me, he was a freelance reporter, but he's actually got promoted. He's with the publication now. He does political pieces. He travels to India and all over the world and stuff like that. He goes to Cafe Reggio, and sometimes he's by himself, sometimes he's with his girlfriend, and he sits on his laptop and has his cappuccino and works on his material. And I guess, a lot of times I wound up at Cafe Reggio by that tree there. As you remember, that's one of the spots. You got to fight me at the territory. Which can get a little ugly too sometimes. We'll talk about that later.
I know.
I was just being like clownish, and it was warm weather, so I was wearing one of the Hawaiian shirts. It's not the winter where I'm all bundled up, and I guess over a course of time, he just kind of, unbeknownst to me, he was observing me doing my thing, and was very kind of amused and impressed by it. And then one day he comes up to me. He's like, "Hi, my name's Alex from New York. From New York. I really like to write an article about you." I was just like, "Yeah, of course, yeah, awesome, yeah."
It's like the Marilyn Monroe story, getting discovered. I mean,
yeah, getting discovered, and they like the soda fountain, yeah.
There he was minding his own business.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny when I first posted about it. I know I'm jumping all over the place, Pudge, but I'm trying to stay cohesive here. Somebody, when I first wrote that I was going to be in an article, and it took a long time coming. I'll explain that too. Somebody wrote, it's actually kind of sad that the way comedy is today. Like, that's how you got noticed as a barker, not as a comedian. He wasn't just like me, he was just saying that, like, we should be getting, like, seen and approached by industry or whatever, media on stage. Hey, you're a great actor. We might be able to work a sitcom around this. Let's talk. I know that doesn't, that's a different era model.
Nowadays, you get it how you get it. You get it how you get it. That's why it's good. You got to diversify. I think one of the things we do wrong is we just focus on the comedy. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but we don't diversify, which is what I'm doing now. You know what I'm saying? So you get it how you get it. Yes, we would all love to be discovered fresh off the stage and material. Oh my God, and you're the one. But you just get it how you get it. I mean, look how Kim Kardashian got it. She did a porno. She literally got it. She got it. She literally got it from behind. Look at her now.
She can still get it. Hey, but seriously,
I'm serious. But that's you just take it. Take it how it comes.
Leak a sex tape, maybe I'll I don't know. I'm joking. I was going to say quarantine sex tape, but that would be a solo thing. Oh, that got weird. Sorry about that. So it was a long time coming, Pudge. The guy he finally trailed me. He said, I want to tell you he wasn't quite aware that Crashing had been canceled, had not been renewed. I guess it ran its course 3 seasons. The Judd Apatow show. I'm just saying for people watching. So I guess he thought this was kind of like a hot idea, like, this is like the real life Crashing, and his name's even Pete. Wow, this is amazing. So he came up to me one day and he's like looked a little defeated. And he's like, you didn't tell me that Crashing was not picked up. And I'm like, I guess I thought you knew. And he's like, well, it's just that I got to pitch this to the New York Times, and it's like the pitch is not going to work well, based on a canceled show, because that's in that quick movie world. It's like, Crashing was last year, like we're not going to do. So in other words, he's like, I'm going to go back to the drawing board, trying to think of a new angle. And and then he says to me, like, I was thinking, you say you mentioned this earlier, Pudge. Alex, the reporter, said to me, he goes, you say you see a lot of famous comedians, and that some of them even like are friendly to you, say hi, and he's like maybe I can get quotes from them, like that'll be the angle, like the stars, talk about Comedy Pete. And he actually started doing that. He reached out to publicists. He reached out to Amy Schumer's people.
Get the fuck out. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Oh, nice. Nice.
This was I don't think ever would have gotten to her anyway, Amy, at that time, because she was like pregnant, and Kim Donay, who she was telling me, she's like, that her whole operation was shut down at that time. You know what I mean? So like, I'm not saying that if in a different time that it would have gotten to her, but he sent out to Finland. Judy was one day. He's like, oh hey, I had a guy send me an email. He wants to write an article about you in the New York Times. He seemed like he was.
Wow!
He's like, He's like, I'll try to, I'll reach out to him again. And And then finally, I saw Alex one day. Like I said, he's a Reggio alive. And he says to me, okay, so I got a quote from Pete Holmes. That wasn't you. I'll explain why that wasn't you. You got to go Pete Holmes. He goes, I didn't hear from Amy Schumer's people. The Michelle Wolf camp, they were interested. They maybe give her a quote. Because I see Michelle Wolf all the time the last couple of years. I mean, she's like snow, rain, nice weather. She's running past me. Sometimes she's she's out there doing her thing. Sometimes she's in a rush. We don't always say hi, but every once in a while, oh hey, and so getting back to that, eventually but I kind of took it in my own hands, so to speak. I said, because I was like, really, like without the star angle.
You got to push. You need to push.
Yeah. So I saw Michelle Wolf one night, and I never really chatted with her. I just, like I said, hi, and she said, hi, so one day I said, oh, hey, Michelle, you got like two seconds? And she said, yeah, sure. And it was a quiet Monday night. It was like empty McDougal Street. It's just me and her chatting. I said, listen, I don't know if I should be commenting on this, but your people, the reporter from the New York Times reached out. He said he sees me as kind of like a character, like the last of a kind, like an old school New York character, the kind you don't really see anymore.
Right.
And he wants to write an article. He wants to get some quotes from some of the big name people who see me. And she was so sweet. She was like, "Oh yeah, sure, yeah." And she looked like she was happy and like excited for me. And she's like, "Yeah, I'll give a call." She's like, we got a lot of kind of emails and requests. Anyway, fast forward to I saw Alex again, and he said to me that the good news is he pitched it to the New York Times. They liked the story. The older Parker, who's kind of like never found his direction in life, wanted to try comedy, but they didn't like that star angle. They felt that gave it like a fake, cheesy kind of thing. So they told him just to drop that. Like I said, I think he only got a quote from Pete Holmes. I don't think Judah ever actually just got on that. I'm just saying, I'm not, holding that against him. I don't know what happened with Michelle Wolf. I mean, that's just cool that someone of her, star status was like, yeah, I'll give a quote for you. So, that would have been hot shit too. So finally, and it took a while. I mean, it took from the time he said to me, hey, I'd like to write an article about you. It took 6 months. And then finally in December, that's when it came out, and he was really like doing his work. I mean, he met with the owners of Greenwich, with Al Martin, Greenwich Comedy Club. He met with Gary Miller from Grizzly Pear, the owner of Grizzly Pear, and he met with Noam from the Comedy Cellar because he wanted to know. Yeah, he wanted to know because I sent him some material. He was aware that there was kind of like that the Comedy Cellar. Don't really appreciate, especially Al Martin's workers, on their...
There's some friction. Was there friction?
Yeah. Like Noam, in one of the articles, he said, yeah, these guys are poaching off my line, and he didn't even apologize. Like, in the article, Noam is quoted, Noam Dorman, owner of the Cellar, Comedy Cellar, he said, he's like, he doesn't back down from that. He says, yeah, these guys are basically, like stealing from my line, and they don't particularly appreciate it. But he said that he would never, like, there's a notion that like comics, whether they're young comics or older ones like me, like we're whether we're good enough to get in the cellar or not is not the point. We're banned for life just because we're like identified as like those assholes, who are Park Street. I don't know. Noam claims that's not the case. I don't know, but I don't want to see too much about this. I don't know who's. Comedy is a small world and it's political. I don't want to shit too much where I sleep, where I eat. Sorry, where I eat.
It's a tough world. As you know, I barked myself. So kudos to you and all the barkers out there, because sometimes it's not a matter of just making money to survive, but it's a matter of getting on stage. That is our way on stage. That's how we get our practice, and that's how we get our time, and that's how we learn. But yeah, on Dougal Street, it gets dicey sometimes with that little heat between the cellar and the village, and I'm gonna walk the line on this one. I'm gonna take the path down the middle. Yes, on the one hand, the seller has every right to be upset, because there are some people. I'm not saying all barkers, because I never poached from the seller, and I don't think you do either. But there are some barkers.
I don't pull that stuff. I don't lie. Oh, the seller's sold out. Oh yeah, come to mine. I don't do that.
So I just want to go. On the one hand, he has an absolute right to say what he says, because he sees it. But on the flip side, thanks to Greenwich Village Comedy Club opening up, they opened up a new club around the corner.
Yeah, that inspired Noam to said, oh, wait a second, they get my school, I'll open up additional clubs.
So I get it. He may have felt like they were robbing him, but then at the end, he won. So he needs to win. Now he's got 2 comedy sellers rolling 7 days a week. So hey, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just splitting hairs.
Very diplomatic. Very diplomatic, Uncle Pudge.
It has to be, because we're at the bottom of the pyramid, the food chain, and we get pissed off. You ever feel like that? Like we have to be so diplomatic. It pisses me off sometimes, but because just like that, someone will be like, "You can't be here, you can't be there, you're not on this list, you're not gonna perform." It's like I mean, aside from trying to get on stage, it's just hard all across the board,
Listen, I could say something in regards to that, but like you said, I'll walk the lock down on it.
Oh, you'll tell me off the air.
Yeah. Let's just say somebody tried to get me in a certain room, and he was told that that guy, that barker, that was I don't know. That's all I'm going to say about that. You see what I'm saying, right?
They talking shit about you?
No, it's just I don't know. Let's just say certain. I'm not saying which club, but certain booker club. Attended, knew of me as a booker, felt that I shouldn't be rewarded with a spot on a Sunday night show at one of the rooms at their club.
Wow. Yeah, and that's the thing with being a comedian, especially a young comic coming up. You get tagged very easily. You're given this what I'm saying. You're a barker. You're an open micer. You're a new jack. You know what I'm saying? It's a stigmatism, and it comes with the territory. I mean, I didn't mind being an open micer. I was proud to be one for a couple of years, and when I was a barker, I was a barker. But it's always the stigmatism that we hate to carry and be known for, because now it feels like it's against us. Like somebody's using you. Oh, he works for this club. Oh, he's barking over there, so we can't have him over here. And it's like, what the fuck? I'm just a comic.
Yeah,
we're just trying to make our way. And that's what irks me about the business sometimes. You got these producers or managers and bookers, and they all have egos. And it's like
very territorial.
Very territorial. Yeah, I totally get it. But we're just pawns. At one point or another, everyone's a pawn. We're just trying to swim our way through, just trying to get our way. And I don't know why. Yeah.
I mean, like Pudge, I had no problem. I got Tommy later. Let's face it. I'm not gonna. If I try to get any success in this business, it's not going to be the conventional way, like a young comic. You didn't get on Just Montreal. You didn't get on for it in 2021. Those kind of lists. I'm not getting on that stuff. So I mean, I got to the back door and bark until I'm blue in the face, or do something else or whatever. So I mean, like you said, shame on them for trying to step on someone, when
it's hard enough. The game, just the act, the craft being a stand-up comedian is hard enough. Trying to learn about joke writing, and then trying to take what you've written on stage and twisting it and tweaking it and changing it, and the verbiage and the consonants and the vowels and the adjectives, and then you put all that work and you switch it, you mix it, and then it still doesn't work and you throw it away, and it just repeat, and it's just the act of, and then trying to find a stage to get on. That's another hustle. And then here you have all these other obstacles by people like, oh, I don't like him, and a lot of egos, and it is what it is. It's a minefield, and you just gotta put on a happy face and make do. I like Barry Ribs. I had Barry Ribs on last week, and he gave some of the best advice. He goes, just go where you're loved. Just go where you're loved. Keep it simple.
Yeah,
and that's what you got to do.
Grizzly Pear for me. I mean, that's it's a up and coming venue there, and that's like my home club. But then again, it's great advice. I get that. But also, that's not real comedy, because I'm not saying the venue, but like always going where you feel the love in the room, and Pete, we're all rooting for him, and having his Hawaiian shirts. Comedy is going into those rooms, right? You know better than me. There is the love in the room, and like the booker of the shows, and a pissy mood, and like, where the hell you been? Come on, let's go. And that used to get me rattled, because like Pudge, when I first started, I was dumb enough to think that like comedy, like because it's comedy, everybody loves it and like fun moods. And then the first show where like the producers like I said, in like a livid, pissy mood, and they got me so intimidated and so rattled. It took me a long time to find all that, except like, just focus on what I do on stage, because there's a lot of comedians with big egos. Who the fuck is this guy? Producers.
No, you're not dumb. You're not. You shouldn't feel dumb or down, because I think most comics think like I myself. Same thing. When I started comedy, I was like, oh my God, this is it. This is it. I found my people. These are my people. We're all here of the same mind, of the same thought process, and you ever, what's that video by that rock band with the little, you ever see I forgot the name of the video in the band, but it's a famous video with the little bumblebee girl. There's a bumblebee girl, and she's in a rock video, and everywhere she goes, she's rejected. And at the end of the video, she finds other little bumblebee girls. I know you know.
Modern or like from the 80s and
90s? 90s. Oh my God.
If anybody knows that video, please type it in.
Was it all I can say is my life is pretty plain?
Oh, that's all I can say is that Smashing Pumpkins.
No, not the Smashing Pumpkins. No. I just, it was a hit song. The lead singer died, heroin. But it's the video. His life is pretty plain. Da da da. No rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the video, I love the video. This little chubby girl in a bee outfit, where everywhere she goes, she doesn't fit in. And then at the end of the video, she finds all the other bees, and then she's happy because she's found her people. And then that's what I felt like when I got into comedy. I'm like, this is it. This is my people. I was always weird or awkward in other places like school or work or family. You just didn't fit in, or you knew something wasn't. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're looking for your place. And then here comes comedy. I find my place, and it's exactly what you said. Egos, attitudes. I'm on stage trying to have fun, and you got a guy, at an open mic with his arms crossed, looking at me like a schmuck. And I'm like, hey, I'm one of you. We're the same. And it was like, it was confusing until and then eventually you meet nice people, and you become friends and stuff. But I realized that in the beginning it's a lot like a fraternity, where you have to a fraternity where you're gonna have to go through some shit in the beginning. You gotta prove yourself. Because people,
Right.
I didn't, because you probably noticed it now, but open micers come and go, people come and go, and you have to prove yourself like you're the real thing and you're here to stay. So I realized that right away. Like I started getting a little more love and respect when people started seeing me over and over and over at the open mics. As I was doing 20, 30, maybe 40 mics a month, they were like, "Oh, this guy's for real."
Yeah.
Just not just some schmuck flying by. So it's a lot of, if in order to to get respect, you got to show the work.
Yeah, absolutely. I get some of that. Even just from working, people like, you're here every night. They think I live and breathe comedy, which I do love comedy, but I'm also out there just doing what you do. I mean,
And you're one of the, and I think the great thing is you're one of the sweetest guys. I think that's why everyone loves you. And just stay like that. Because it gets crazy from time to time, and moving right along, because we only have a limited time. Because I promised everybody, and what a great segue! You are the sweetest guy. Tell us about the Debbie Gibson.
No,
did you hook Debbie Gibson? Did you?
Listen, I sent her a message thanking her profusely. For being on my show,
okay.
Instagram Live, so I'll plug that at the end. And then she was so nice, she was so cool coming on. I didn't want to just boom but I said, hey, listen, if you ever want to talk again, hit me up. And I private message. I gave her my phone number, and then
Debbie Gibson, your phone number?
Yeah, and then I put her in an Insta story, and then she, thank you, Pete, and that was it.
But how did you get her to go on your show? Was it just a cold reach through Instagram?
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. However, if you watch the interview, at one point I asked her if she remembers that I was her waiter a few times when I worked at a restaurant, like around 2003.
Right.
And she claimed that she didn't really remember that. But
you're all alike.
Yeah, right. Oh my God. Yeah, well, the whitest girl ever. I'm too white for her. She, I don't even know what that meant. I've met her at a couple of meet and greets after her show, a Chiller convention. I got a picture with her, and after one of her concerts, right near McDougal Street. What's the name of that place where the 80s the band plays? What's the it's like a French name on Bleecker Street. Whatever. That's yeah. So I met her once or twice, and years ago, I was following her on Twitter, and she wrote something, and I just wrote, "Hey, can a Debhead," because that's what she calls her fans.
Yeah, her Debheads, yeah.
I said, "Hey, can a Debhead get a follow back?" So she followed me back on Twitter. I was like, "Wow!" And then she followed me back on Instagram too. So Debbie Gibson has been following me. So all the shit I post on Instagram, whether it's 80s pictures of me in high school or pictures of Eddie Van Halen and David Lee Roth, whatever dumb crap I post, she sees all that stuff. So I guess she got the idea, oh, this is a nice guy, harmless guy. And then in quarantine, I figured, I'm trapped in quarantine like we all are. God knows how long we're going to be here. Fuck this. I'm just going to reach out to people. And the first one on the wish list was Debbie. So I realized, hey, I do a show. Let's do it. I was like, I was blown away. And then it took a while because she said that she had some health issues.
Yeah, I remember.
She sings things. She does videos for her fans, cameo videos, playing piano, singing, and she goes to bed very early, very, very early. So she says, playing it by ear is best for me. So finally, we were messaging back and forth a little bit, and like I said, she's so cool, and very down to earth. And then eventually I got her to agree on Thursday night because I said it's a little easier because I told her, I said I'm booking legit people now. I got pro comics, like yourself, Pudge, on I don't want to like have Fernandez on and be like, "Oh, excuse me, Pudge, I gotta cut you short. Debbie Gibson's on deck." You know what I mean? Like that's not like a good look. So she understood, and she said, "Oh, believe me, I know how to make plans. Don't worry. So let's do it." So there was like a week and a half ago. It was on a Thursday night, and
it was special.
She came on. You know, I mean,
amazing. That was a total shot in the dark. It was a total shot in the dark on your part, and she's really a sweetheart. I saw it. She was an absolute total. And she played the piano, an absolute sweetheart. She played the piano for you, so that was really nice.
Sing 2 songs to me, Pudge. I know you know this, but I'm saying for people watching, she sang in the beginning, "Only in My Dreams," because I tagged the Insta story with that song, so she knows I love that song. And then at the end, I mentioned that my favorite song is, God, I'm forgetting, just like I did when I was talking to her, "Lost in Your Eyes." So she started, I get lost in your eyes. So that was amazing. I was just like, wow. I mean, this is going to sound like a little dramatic here, but I was like, if the Rona gets me, if I die, like, I think I can die happy.
If the Rona gets you. Yeah, you got to meet Debbie Gibson right here on Instagram Live. So
and she serenaded me. Yeah, she came on my Instagram Live and serenaded me in quarantine with my favorite song.
So now you motivated me. I'm gonna reach out to Shakira and see if I get the same. I'm going big.
Hey, I tell you what, I'm not telling you what you should do, but I'm just thinking about this. Have you been watching Kenny Warren's IG live?
No, I don't know when it's on. I know he's doing something with basketball players, but I don't know when it's on. I just never catch it. I'm supposed to see him. I'm supposed to see him soon, probably this week. So.
Oh no! I'm saying maybe you should reach out to sports figure. I'm not telling you what to do here, but.
No. Yeah, I plan to. Actually, I have a list. I got some interesting people coming up. So it's not going to be all comedians. But thank you. Yes, for my segue. I'm trying to get. Yeah, I got a teacher on board. I'm trying to get a buddy of mine who was in a documentary. He's a bouncer. He's like one of the most well-known bouncers in New York City. He's been doing it for about 30 years. And they did a documentary with him and his twin brother. I'm trying to get them on. A teacher, somebody from the FDNY EMT. He's having trouble with his Instagram. I can't get him on. And I'm going to be reaching out to some people too. You gave me some ideas, so thank you with that Debbie Gibson. Because definitely, absolutely, you're leading the way, Pete. And I'm going to be reaching out to some people. And yes, absolutely, some ex-Mets maybe. That would be cool. I'd be like happy as hell. That'd be totally cool.
Yeah, I would love that to see that. I wouldn't miss it.
Art is formerly known as Linsink.
That's Steve Hazlitt. He says Peter is telling you what to do.
Hey, he's seasoned. He's getting seasoned. I mean, you're not a cherry anymore. You've done so much, and you're busting your ass, and everybody sees it. That's a great thing. So, as soon as this virus is over, man, just I'm ready to hit the ground running, and I hope you are too. You know what I'm saying? Because I think some people get left behind.
Yeah, well, that's what we're trying to do, Pudge. I want to keep I was, goofing around before with the mask and stuff. I'm trying to keep the brand afloat during this time.
The brand, yes.
So when somebody comes back, it's like I was doing my shtick the whole time. Of course I'll be rusty. Real audience.
Yeah, it keeps your brain going. It keeps you warm. Because I noticed that it was driving me nuts. I didn't realize. I mean, I knew I was cold, but it wasn't until I started doing this that I feel like, this actually. I'm not in front of a crowd on stage, but this feels good. This feels good. And I popped my Zoom cherry last week. I did a comedy show on Zoom, and that was interesting. Holy shit! It felt like playing baseball on the golf course, but it did. You know what I mean? That's what I say. It felt like, but it was interesting. I'm not knocking it, and I would definitely do it again. But the flow is just so weird. Like I feel like I opened up strong. I had them. But then, not that I lost them, I just don't know if I lost them. Like, when you're on stage, if something hits, you keep going. If something's miss, you might switch it up. You might catch yourself, a quick catchphrase. When, like the old Johnny Carson, if a joke bombs, He'll find, you know what I'm saying? So all those little intricacies, I couldn't feel. I know I didn't hit 100%, but I didn't know which one. Eventually, I was like, I just went into cruise control, and I just hated not feeling. Like I don't care if the joke bombs. I just want to know it so I can react to it.
Right. Yeah.
So I know I had some good hitters, and then I don't know if I was going too fast or too slow. There was at least, it wasn't bad. It was like maybe 20 people there, but because I was doing it on my cell phone, I can only see 4. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't see the others. And it was just, you know what? I want to do it again because it felt good. I had some new material, and it felt great. So I definitely want to. I got to figure out a way. Maybe off my laptop where I can see everybody's faces. Maybe so I can at least see the reaction. Because at least I'm pretty good at that. I just give me something subtle. It's like you know what? It goes back to open mics. Open mics suck in New York City because they're all comics. You're not going to get a laugh. You're not.
Right.
Very seldom. Right. I always tell people, I probably told you, if you just look for the little subtleness, like if you hit a premise and their eyes widen or their head goes up, you got the premise. And if you hit the punchline, you may not get the laugh, but if you see the nod, like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? That's enough. I can feed off it. That's enough. Just give me something. But I'm like, on Zoom, I feel a little blind because I don't. So I'm not knocking it. I don't know. Maybe I'll do it on my laptop next time. I can see more little faces or some shit and just focus on that. But it was really a bit of a mind fuck, but really cool, and it felt good to deliver some material. Totally, because it's been a while.
Yeah, I still need to make my Zoom debut. I haven't done that.
Oh, there's plenty of shows. Just go on Facebook. There's a whole bunch of shows.
I've been invited to some. I got a little intimidated, and I don't know who else would say that because I had like Walker Hayes on my show last night, and she was saying that like she got a lot of invites. I was her first IG live. She had never done one. She felt a little, and I'm like, she's someone who's been around for a while. Straight at what she does. I was like, all right, if she felt intimidated doing an IG live,
Well, a lot of comedians, some people refuse. A lot of even 20, 30-year headliners are refusing because it's not their realm. It's not the place for comedy, and it's no question. It's not what we used to, and the level of difficulty is higher. But it might, not that it will be the norm. I think comedy will go back. It will definitely go back. But this might be another option. I think someone's going to create something on a Friday. I think maybe one of the comedy clubs is going to start streaming live stand-up comedy from the clubs. I think that's happening. Somebody's got to be doing that. That's too easy of an idea. So let's say New York Comedy Club on a Saturday night when they're packed, they're going to be streaming it, and they'll charge $5 a house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I would say that sounds probably exactly what's going to happen.
And then I think that'd be awesome because the comedian's on stage in front of a live audience, so his timing is there, his energy is there, everything is there, and the people at home watching are getting the full feel, like they're watching a Netflix special live.
Yeah.
So I think that's definitely coming. So that's why it's not a bad thing to get this under our belt. I wouldn't put all my money on Zoom. And by the way, Facebook is coming out with their version of Zoom, so that's coming.
I've heard.
So I don't know.
Let's jump on it.
But diversify. Are you planning to do anything else besides the Instagram Live every night? Because I got 3 platforms right now. I got the Hot Pudge Sunday Facebook Live. I got the Instagram one-on-one live, both on Sunday. And then during the week, I released the 6 feet, 6 questions. I'm going to do that for about 2 months. And I have another. I'm trying to figure out, but I'm trying to overload during this lockdown. Do you have any other ideas that you're working on, or anything else you want to do?
Well, the short answer, I guess, is no at the moment. Like you and I talked recently, you gave me some good ideas. You said that, that's great that you're like really in one area with the IG live show, getting like cool guests on and be committed, doing it nightly. But you are correct in saying that these days, one thing is not enough. As far as the platforms, the social media platforms, and other content, like you have to have your hand in everything, which means you have to know how to do it and make it look decent because people don't want to see something that looks crappy. You know what I mean? So I'm, it's like I'm kind of like an old dog having to learn new tricks.
Me too. Me too.
I don't know my second, besides the IG live show, or I'm thinking, I'm also thinking, or should I just really focus on the IG live show? But I don't know. I gotta sit down and give that more thought.
Well, the one thing I did tell you is get your YouTube channel, because you have all these great interviews and you have all this content. You got to put it somewhere, because right now you're losing it.
Yeah.
And you got to put it somewhere, because people want to see Pete. You're interviewing so many people. You know what I'm saying? So you got to create your catalog. And I know we were talking about how to save on Instagram. When we're done with this, I'm going to see if I can save it. Other way, I got to do it the long way.
Please.
Yeah, I will. This technology, it's fucking nuts. Every week, and I have a saying, embrace the suck. Embrace failure. Michael Jordan, who, by the way, they have the documentary tonight after our show, is Michael Jordan's on ESPN. But, he was saying, if he made 1 million shots, he missed 3 million shots. You know what I'm saying? Failure behind success. As a baseball fan, you're batting 300, you're getting 10 million a year, but you're striking out 7 times. So the majority of the time you are failing. And that's what. And as far as the technology, it's like teaching an old dog new tricks. As far as comedy age, we're different. I might be more seasoned, but as far as human age, we're right next to each other. We're the same. So our mindset to all this social media is, we spoke about it. We're in the same. So let me tell you, getting behind a laptop again, which I haven't really done, all this technology, and like I was saying before, every week I'm failing. Every week every week there's a mistake on one of my videos, on one of my shorts. Yesterday I did an awesome interview of a young lady, a hairdresser, and I went to post it up and it got cut, and I don't know why or how, but it's a 4-minute interview and it got cut. So it got cut on the funny part, so it did well. Yeah. But I didn't she didn't get to see the whole, you know what I'm saying? So, and then there's the wind. If you're recording outside, you got to deal with wind. You got to deal with, it's so much shit. Lighting, wind, distractions. It's, things backwards. Like I had a sign in my first episode. I didn't know that you see things backwards, and I look like an idiot. But at the same time, it's been fun. And you got to embrace it. So, it's tough. And it's not easy, but you got to embrace it, and you'll get it.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm telling you, get your channel. Get your YouTube channel, Pete.
Yes, Uncle Pudge.
So, what do you got going on this week? Anything good? What time's your show? Every night. Let everyone know.
It's 10 p.m. nightly. That's for now. I might do an earlier show sometime, maybe in the future. But it's 10 p.m. It's at Comedy Pete Live. I'm going to type that while I'm talking to you here. It's like an hour usually. It's I do a monologue up top. Like a few jokes. I write a few jokes off the current things that are going on. Like
there it is.
Women's Day jokes, or what do I got here? It's not nice premises. Coronavirus has infiltrated the White House, and and then I have a joke off that, and it's tough. You're working right now.
You're working. This is the craft. You're finding a way under these tough circumstances to work on your craft. And I think people like you, people like me, and other people, we're doing something. That's what I'm saying. When this thing is over with and everything opens up, some people are going to be left behind because they're not working on their craft, or they're not working to expand on their media, on their on everything, on social media, their branding, their brand, their content, and you are. And man, keep it going, because I want to see you on the other side. I want to be running right with you.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. And we're doing our thing, Pudge.
Yeah. So let's wrap this up, because there's a clock on this, And and I know you got a show tonight, right?
When I'm doing my thing, also I see like 20 seconds left, and I'm talking to somebody. They're talking about something interesting, and it's like, I got to cut you off. I got 20 seconds. Yeah, so I got to time my stuff better.
See, like you said, I learned by watching you, so I already wrap up a little early. So, but yeah, man, Pete, thank you for coming on Hot Pudge Sunday one-on-one.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Everybody who's watching, please check out Pete. You 7 nights a week. I don't know how you fucking do it, but 7 nights a week you host your Comedy Pete live on Instagram Live at 10 o'clock every night, and you have multiple guests.
Sometimes I don't book somebody just like, I'll just take whoever, so, it's a lot of stress booking people, believe it or not. It's like, and it's just like a one day I was just like, do my monologue and then talk to whoever comes on. But yeah, okay. Like every night though. So like at least 6 nights a week, sometimes 7, at least 6 nights a week.
All right. Yeah, I know you're hustling. I don't know. I pick Sunday, Hot Pudge Sunday. You're doing it, Pete, 7 nights a week. Fucking amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yo, we'll get together. We'll talk. Maybe we'll meet up in the park or something. Go for a walk. We'll talk shop. We'll have our PPE on, and we'll hold hands.
Yeah. With gloves, yeah, of course, yeah.
With gloves.
Yeah, it's a hashtag no homo. Yeah, gloves on because there's no contact, right?
Yes, no homo. Thank you, Pete. All right, let's get out of here. Comedy Pete. Pete, thank you so much for being part of Hot Pudge Sunday one-on-one. Love you. Man. See you soon. Everybody, Pete, Comedy Pete live every night on Instagram, 10 o'clock. He has hosts, different guests every night. Pete, be good. Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
Say what's up to you.
Will do. Thank you. All right, cool. I'll close that out then, right?
There we go. Done. Ladies and gentlemen, that's been another episode of Hot Pudge Sunday one-on-one. That was Comedy Pete. Guys, thank you for tuning in again. Remember, every Sunday, 8 o'clock, Hot Pudge Sunday, one-on-one. Bringing a lot of interesting guests. I have a long list. Yes, we're going to have some comedians, some actors, some people from the private sector, some really cool people who've been in movies.